The following video contains singing, a lot of excitement, more singing, joy, happiness, and more singing. Viewer discretion is advised. Let's begin.
Oh, 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 am I ready? Am I ready? Am I ready? To be loved, to be loved. You don't want no problems, you just talking. You don't want no problems, you just talking. Ooh, yeah. Northwest did her big one on that one. I don't fight anybody over that song. That's such a good song. Like, shout out to Northwest. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to part 3 of my top albums, no skips, fires, bangers. Thank y'all for watching this 3-part series. But y'all, this has been so fun because some of these albums, like, I knew they was bangers because I picked them, but just reliving them and like re-looking at the track list and going, you know what, I've been listening to some heat and some fire. So we're about to get into this last part and see what albums we have left. I think we have 11 left, and they're all again in my magical pretty pink bowl, and we're gonna pull them like we did the other ones. And of course, I don't know which ones I'm gonna be pulling, so this is gonna be a surprise, so stay tuned. Okay, y'all, let's pull our first one of the last video of this 3-part series. It's kind of sad, it's kind of bittersweet, but let's get started. You don't want no problems, you just talking. Y'all, that song is stuck in my head. I listened to it literally all this morning, so let's go for the first one. Okay. And in all the other videos, y'all cannot see this, but I'm still going to show y'all. Let me see if I can get closer without trying to look. It might be upside down, so we're going to turn it this way. Okay, what's our first video? I'm nervous, y'all. Why am I nervous? I've already done this already. Okay, what is it? Calm down, Shan. It is Sweetener by Ariana Grande 2018. When life deals us cards, make everything taste like it is salt. Then you come through like the sweetener. You want to make the bitter taste too hard. Y'all, this album, this is when Ariana Grande to me showed that she can do R&B, because before she was just a poppy girl from Victoria, Sam and Cat, and we just knew she had a beautiful, like, unheard of, like Whitney Houston type high note voice, Mariah Carey type of voice. We did not know that she could actually do R&B. But baby, this album, I am telling you, y'all, this is when I truly fell in love with Ariana Grande. I liked her before, but this is when my love grew from her. Like, this is like a pop R&B album, and then some of it is produced by Pharrell, so you know it's a banger, and then some of it is produced by Missy Elliott, and Missy Elliott is on some of the one of the songs on here. Y'all, this album is so good. It is when she's turned upside down on the thing, like on the cover. I'm telling y'all, this to me is one of her, this is not one of her. This is her best. This is Ariana Grande's best album. I'll fight anybody on this. This is Ariana Grande's best album. I'm telling y'all, please y'all, go look up the track list. She has Sweetener. She had, what was the opening track? I can't even remember the opening track. Oh, when a raindrops fell down from the sky. She had No Tears Left to Cry. I'm trying to think off the top of my head. She had, even though they're not together anymore, she had Pete Davidson. That's one of my favorite songs. R.E.M. Last night when I was asleep, you're such a dream to me. This album, y'all, I'm telling y'all, this is the best. This is Ariana Grande's best album. I kid you not. So, if you're looking for an album that's pop, that's R&B, that's produced by Pharrell, that has a little bit of oomph from Missy, look no further. And it has great vocals, by the way. And she just sounds like she's in love on this album, because she was. Look no further than Sweetener by Ariana Grande. Okay, here. Her. Okay, what is it? It is Midnight's. I just spit. I'm sorry if I did. Y'all can't feel it. It's Midnight's 3 a.m. edition by Taylor Swift. I feel 11 days creeping up on me. So real. I'm damned if I do give a damn what people say. And y'all, I picked the 3 a.m. edition because the bonus tracks that she put on the 3 a.m. edition, y'all, it ate. Like, it ate. Like, do you really want to know where I was April 29th? Like, High Infidelity is one of my top songs in here, y'all. I love that song. It's just so good. Like, her writing on this album, y'all, is so good. From High Infidelity to Lavender Haze to I always say that wrong, Village and Shit. I love that one, y'all, because Taylor was getting her revenge back. She was doing her big one on that. I love You're on Your Own, Kid, You Always Have Been, Midnight Rain, Questions, y'all. I could go on and on and on about this album. It's such like a whimsical album. It's kind of like, to me, 1989 for that popish feel when she was at her height of pop, mixed with like Reputation, because Reputation was kind of dark, and not really dark, but it was like her showing her bad side, her grown-up wild side. I think those two are the perfect blend of what Midnights is. And then Midnights to me adds a little bit of techno and stuff in it too. So if you're looking for like a grown, mature Taylor Swift album where she's blending like all of this whimsical and it feels like a dream, and it's just, I don't know, it's just a different sound, then look no further than Midnights by Taylor Swift. 3 a.m. edition, y'all. 3 a.m. edition. What's love got to do? I'm about to rip the paper again, y'all. I did that like twice in the last video. Ah, okay. What is it? SOS by SZA. Y'all, as you cannot tell so far, I'm a big SZA fan. I feel like SZA can do no wrong to me in my eyes when it comes to her albums. The albums that she produced, the body of works that she gives to us is just top freaking tier, y'all. And SOS, I was a little nervous about SOS so far, because I told y'all Control is one of my favorite albums of all time. We talked about that one in the last video. I was a little scared with SOS, but y'all, she did her big one with SOS from the opening to, and I try to say what's on my mind. Ooh, from I can't lose when I'm with you. I love that song. I love Snooze, y'all. From me, I like to get it up with these bitches. I can't remember the name of that one, but I just love this album. I just love how on this album, different from Control, that she mixed a bunch of genres that you could tell that she's been wanting to do. Like Nobody Gets Me, to me, sounds country, and then that's fine, cause I miss you. I think that's FNF. I can't, F2F. That's a little bit of like a rock feel, Paramore feel to it, and then R&B, like true R&B, y'all. Love Language, top R&B song on that freaking album. And then the song with Phoebe Bridgers, it's not coming to my head right now, y'all, but that's such a good song too. I just love on this album that she mixed just a bunch of genres. So if you're looking for R&B, but you're also looking for a touch of different genres, and you want that very like from SZA, because her voice to me is so quirky and so beautiful to me, look no further than SOS by SZA. Oh my god! It is No Love Lost by Blast 2020. Now, Blast, y'all, he is one of my favorite artists. To me, he is so underrated. Just his voice and the way he mixes just rap and singing and just all of that, but he does it in such a different way. It's just so good. And he's from the East Coast. He's from LA, so you hear that LA-ness in his voice. And y'all, this album, no skips. Like, I think on this album is Girl You're Chosen, but that's not the only banger on here. He has so many good songs on here, and just the way the album flows, like, it just feels like you're in California, like on the East Coast, like where he's from. That's kind of how I feel when I listen to this album. It just feels very like easy listen to, kind of like when Kendrick first came out, and Kendrick's like first album or so kind of gave that like that East Coast kind of feel to it. And it's just a real chill album. I just love it. Like, it has a couple of like upbeats, but then it has a couple of like just riding around and windows down. This album definitely gives riding around in the summer, windows down. It's just, ooh, it just got that stank on it, y'all. So if you want an easy breezy album that you can listen to in the summer, that's like rapping and it's R&B at the same time, and it's just a fun album, listen to No Love Lost by Blast. It is F the World by Brent Fayez. Y'all, I love me some Brent. He is still on my list to go see live in person. My toxic king, even though he toxic. The thing about Brent, y'all, he will sing to you, he will serenade you, and he will say the most disrespectful things I've ever heard come out of a man's mouth. But you fall for it because his voice is just so beautiful. Red flags. He's a walking red flag, but man, his voice. This album, kind of similar to the last album I just talked about, No Love Lost. It's just an easy listen to album. When I think of this album, I think of, but the world, I'm a walking erection. I know I've been away. I'm just trying to get my paper straight. Yeah. Don't give my away. Oh, no. Yeah, it has so many. I'm trying to think of the other hits that it has on here. I gave it all for a fantasy. Is anybody gonna remember me if I done it? Oh my God! So this album is so good. It is short. It's just a fly. I love fly through albums that feel like they're longer than what they are. And in this one, he does so much storytelling, and he does so much like he's just Brent Fayez on this album, y'all. So if you want an introduction to me to who Brent Fayez is and the type of music he sings about, the toxicityness. I said that so wrong. I tried to slide it in like that's how you say it. Girl, that's not how you say it. If you want an introduction to the toxicness, the beautiful voice, listen to F the World by Brent Fayez, y'all. This, if you like to 420 or whatever, y'all know what I'm talking about. This is a great album to 422. I don't, but I feel like just the whimsicalness of it, you definitely can 420 to this one. So just listen to it. Listen to it. I don't know what it is. Okay, what is it? I just hurt my back. I'm pretty sure I just hurt my back doing that, y'all. Okay. It is I forgot I even put this on here. Okay, whatever. It is Gemini Rights by Steve Lacy. Baby, you got something in your nose. 'Cause I'm longing, yeah, for something secure. If you, yeah, this album, I was introduced to Steve Lacy in general in 2022 when he released this album. And you know, like my favorite song, y'all, if they told me pick 5 songs that you have to take with you to your deathbed, or if the world stopped playing music, you have these same 5 songs, Bad Habits by Steve Lacy would be on there. I wish I knew you wanted me. I wish I knew. Yeah, please say to me. Please just say to me. Y'all could not tell me. Whoever does not like that song, you're weird. Let me not call y'all weird. You're a little iffy because that song is so good. But back to the album. Gemini Rights, y'all. This is just such, and it's this album, I can't really put my finger on what it is, because it's an R&B album, but it's not all the way R&B, but it's not all the way pop. You know what I mean? And then it has a little bit of like alternative in it. I feel like a little bit. It's just beautiful. It's just Steve Lacy, man. Like, this guy is such a creative genius. And the way he did Gemini Rights, just the way it flowed, and then just I have a song in my head. Oh, I've been consumed. I'm not for sale. I feel like I cannot describe this album, y'all. I have to just sing y'all every song off this album because the right words are not coming to it. You know when something's so good you can't really describe it? It's just to me just like a transgressional. There I go trying to sound smart again. It's just a transgressional R&B album. Like, it's strictly not R&B. It's strictly not pop. It's just Gemini Rights. So if you want a groovy album that you want to listen to, that can also be, I think that's the word I was looking for, that can also be psychedelic, but it has pop to it, and then it has the best song ever written on it, Bad Habits. Listen to Gemini Rights by Steve Lacy. I promise you, y'all. It's an easy listen to. It flows, and it's just beautiful. Thank you, Steve Lacy. Okay, y'all. We have 5 left. This is so sad. I enjoyed this so much, y'all. We're almost at the end. Let's go. What is our number 5? This is it, y'all. I looked at it. What is it, though? Shout out to the Queen Ariana Grande. Shout out to the Queen Ariana Grande. I think this is her 3rd album I put on here, y'all. Ooh. It is Thank You Next by Ariana Grande. Period. Y'all, this album, 2019. Oh my God. Okay, she released Sweetener, and then I think like 6 months, 9 months later, she released Thank You Next. Y'all, this album, talk about a pop reset. I feel like every like so years we get albums or people or songs that come and reset kind of what pop is or reset what a genre is, and I think Thank You Next was that. I feel like from this album we got so many like cultural references from this album. We got the new Ariana Grande where she's saying yeah, like I love Ariana Grande says yeah, and I feel like what really came from that is the beautiful Victoria Monet. If you didn't know, I think Tyler Pax, I can't think of her last name. Tyler Pax, we're gonna go with that. I'm gonna insert her name if it's wrong. And Victoria Monet co-wrote this album. And no, I think Leon Thomas might have something to do with this album, but you can just tell Ariana Grande just had that swag to her in this album. Kind of like with Sweetener, but I feel like Sweetener was like more of an R&B, and then this one was R&B pop and a little bit of like that R&B swag, almost like that, like, ooh, it had that sauce on it. And Thank You Next had that sauce on it, y'all, from I want it, I got it, I want it, I got it, I want it, I got it, I want it, I got it. You like my hair? Gee, thanks. Just bought it to like Thank You Next, Thank You Next. I'm so again grateful for my ex. Like, she just had, and then she had NASA, get it upward. I'ma need space. I'ma need space. I'ma need, you know, I'm a star. Space. Girl, calm down. So if you're looking for an R&B pop album with a little sauce on it, but it has poppy hits, but it can lean to R&B, and you want to hear Ariana Grande say, yeah, listen to Thank You Next by her. You will not regret it, y'all. So many bops. Okay, what is it? Oh, y'all, I was so confused what this was because I did not spell out Chance the Rapper name. I put CTR. Why would I do that? I know I get confused easily. I was like, what is... Okay, take 2. Coloring Book by Chance the Rapper. This ain't no intro, this the entree. Hit that intro with Kanye, it sound like Andre. Tryna turn my baby mama to my fiance. She like music, she like music, she from Houston like Auntie Beyonce. Man, my daughter couldn't have a better mother. If you ever find another, you better love her. Damn, okay. Now that I just rapped the whole intro for y'all, Coloring Book by Chance the Rapper. Phenomenal album. And I call it a phenomenal album because at the time in 2016, nobody was making music like Chance the Rapper. Either you were doing Migos rap or you were doing like XX Tentacion rap. Like, it was either one of those. And I feel like Chance the Rapper came through and he had his own set of rules and he had his own set of genre, y'all. This man on this album alone, now he did gospel music. He did hardcore rap. He did a techno song. I'm trying to think what else he did. Just those 3 genres alone on one album. And to throw in, y'all, he was independent. He wasn't even on a record label, y'all. Like, oh, like, please go listen to this album, y'all. I'm telling you, he does everything from gospel music to hardcore rap to techno. Like, it's so good. And then some of the songs are narrated. And then to me, this really does have a storytelling from him doing the intro. Like, this ain't no intro, this the entree. Hit that intro from Kanye, it sound like Andre talking about his baby mama. And then I think another song, and then the interlude that he had from Dram, like, y'all, please, if you want to listen to me, what I think is a top tier rap album that mixes so many different genres in it, that's brilliantly written, produced, and it was independent, and it was the first rap album to win Best Rap Album independently, look no further than The Coloring Book by Chance the Rapper, aka CTR. Cause you don't want no problem with me. Just another day. Okay. What is this one? I feel like this one, y'all, I'm sweating. And I'm only sweating because I'm doing too much. It's not even hot in here. Okay. Calm down, girl. Get the paper. Y'all, you would think I'm talking to somebody else. I literally be talking to myself like this all the time. Kid Crow by Conan Gray, 2020. Tell all of your friends that I'm crazy and drive you mad, that I'm such a psycho. Say the lyrics. And then I discovered this whole album. It's similar to me like Sour. I love music that can capture like the teenage years of somebody's life. And when I listen to this album, I just think of like what a teenager could be going through and how they can lean on music to help them. And this album does a beautiful job of depicting like just the teenage years, from wish you were sober to The Story. Oh my god, that's such an emotional song. To like Online Love, to Maniac even. Like, it's just a beautifully pop. It can be a little bit of alternative. It's just a beautifully written album. Like, Conan Gray did so good writing this album. Like, to me, it just tells again like a beautiful story of somebody in high school who's going through all these high school things, or even in your early 20s, you're going through all these things. He just knows the right words to say, and you just have this album called Kid Crow. So if you want an album that can you can reference for heartbreak, that you can reference for partying, that you can reference for like somber times, look no further than Kid Crow by Conan Gray. Would you be my best friend? Let's hang out every weekend. We're driving every night and staring people that we like. Would you be my best friend? I'll tell you all my secrets and tell you all the times that I wish that I would die. And if anybody fucks with you, they fuck with me. I hope YouTube do not be trying to block people when they cuss. Would you be my best friend? Can we be friends? I had to laugh, y'all. I forgot I put this one on here. Talk about a throwback. Okay. The album is Barter 6 by Young Thug. If you know, you know. Hit the streets and tell that like I Willie B. No Tennessee, but the chain on my neck is a T. No milk beef, bitch, I own a rock, not Jay-Z. You did. Y'all, listen to this track list if you don't believe me that Barter 6 was literally when Young Thug popped off. Constantly hating. So what did you think gonna do when the whole world constantly hating on you? Check. I done got me a check. I ain't got no money on me right now, y'all. I done got me a check. I got a check. He had a check on here. He had, with that, he had halftime. Papa Perky, so my nigga, halftime. I hope they don't block me for cussing. Hit the streets and tell that like I Willie B. He had Can't Tell. Niggas said it. Ooh. N-word said it. I can't tell. What? He had Dream. Oh, yeah, nigga like a dream. Y'all, please, if you want to listen to what I think is Young Thug's first, like, goated album, please listen to The Barter 6. I promise, if you were in high school when this came out, it was goated. It was played every day. Goated. Goated. Y'all, we're on the last album. Y'all, we're on the last album. This is so crazy to think we went from 33 to now we just have one. And yeah, let's pull it. I'm so dramatic, y'all. What? Then I'm gonna go in here and dig like this. Girl, it's only one. Okay, y'all. This is the last one. Here it is. I can't see what it is. What is it? Ah! I kind of knew because I was like, I've been waiting for this one to come up, y'all. It is Plus by Ed Sheeran 2011. Y'all, this album holds such a special place in my heart. The first song when I just said this was A-Team, y'all. This is when Ed Sheeran, first off, this is when Ed Sheeran first came out. He debuted in 2011 and he had the A-Team. That song, y'all, I used to sing that song up and down the block. Literally walking from school up and down the block. I used to go on demand, y'all. If you know, you know. I used to go on demand to look at the video. Cause they say she's in the class 18, stuck in her daydream. Trying to do my British. Been this way since 18, but lately her face seems slowly sinking, wasting, crumbling like pastries. And they scream the worst things in life come free to us, cause we're just under the upper hand and go mad for a couple grams. And we don't wanna go outside tonight. And in a pipe she flies to the motherland and sails low to another man. It's too cold outside for angels to fly. Round of applause, y'all. This album, y'all, from even I'm gonna pick up my pieces and build a Lego house. And then he has Small Bump. You're just a small bump on bomb. In 4 months you're brought to life. What else did he have? The city never sleeps. You're struggling on my heart, 8, like we were in grade 8. I pick your feet up off the ground, and I'd rather never let you down. It's some songs that I'm forgetting, y'all, but this album, for this to be Ed Sheeran's first album, to me, he kind of established what British pop was, because this was when I feel like, because this was around 2011, I feel like 2011 from when Adele to Ed Sheeran, when British pop was ushering like back into the US very heavily. And he just did a beautiful job, y'all. If you want an album that has, I feel like this album is kind of sad though. If you want just a somber album, an album to kind of like relax you, and then Ed Sheeran did a little rapping on this album too. I can't remember the whole rap. It was "You need me now, I don't need you," but he was like, he was rapping his butt off on this album. So if you want an album, I'm gonna do it in my British accent because Ed Sheeran is British. Okay. If you want an album that is very like mixtures of different type of like cultures and stuff, and you have like a little bit of rapping, and you have a little bit of like fast-paced rap, and you have a little bit of somber music, and you want a little bit more of that, please listen to Plus by Ed Sheeran. It is fantastic. That concludes, y'all, the 3-part series of the best albums that I have, that are bangers, that are hits, that are fires, that are no skips, that are freaking awesome. I enjoy doing this so much, y'all. I think I'm gonna start a series like this, but I'm gonna do it like with TV shows and movies and different stuff like that. So let me know if y'all want to see that, or let me know what y'all want to see from me, because I'm still starting off on YouTube, so I still need kind of more ideas than the ideas that I think in this beautiful, crazy, chaotic brain. But if you have watched all 3-part series, thank you so much. If this is the first one that you watch, please go back and watch the second and the first one, because I promise if you laughed at this one, you will die laughing at the other ones. And I thank y'all so much. This was so fun. And as always, until next time, bye.